Hey guys, welcome back to the String Pickers channel. Glad to have you in here today. I'm your host, Casey, as always, here at Obscene Studios, the place with obscene lighting, small spaces, but it's my space, so there you go. Hope you didn't mind the little intro. Kind of new at fretless bass, trying to figure all that out, and so basically what I done was done like a little before and comparison to what I'm going to do after here in a little bit. And I want to take you guys along with me, uh, especially since the last video in the series, if you guys missed it, you need to go watch it. But there was some things that I had forgotten to do. As everyone knows, this is a guitar that I had won on Facebook in a group. It's called the Basui. I've not found a model name yet. I'm not even sure if it is. I just call it the 5.7. And that's what I call it, because what's weird about it is it has a 7-string guitar on this side and it has a 5-string fretless on this side. Last video, I was just so excited about having this thing and doing a sort of a review on it that I realized that there was too much to unpack in everything that had to be done with this guitar. So I'm making a 4-part mini series out of this guitar. And you will see it on the channel later down the line. I'd forgotten to do things in the last video, like check pickup output on the 7-string side. Just got some flat wound bass strings in, some Diodarios. We're going to put these on today and see what we can do about setting up the bass side. And but what you heard at the beginning of the video was the round wound bass strings, which aren't really optimal for doing like the little slides and stuff. Sounds decent, but then again, I'm no bass player. I'm barely a guitar player. But yeah, I'm going to go through a few more specs that I'd left out the last time, and we're going to talk a little bit more about this little creature right here. That I'm currently calling 5.7, although I'm looking for a better name for it because I have names for all my guitars. So you guys just hang out for a little bit and let me get you set up. I'm going to put this thing on the bench and we're going to give it a good look-see and go through some more of the specs. And we are going to change the bass strings. We're going to put these new ones on, look at the neck, condition the fretboard on the bass side, and all that good stuff that guitarists have to do every now and then. So hang on, we'll be right back. Okay guys, got the 5.7 on the bench here. Got my little wire tester. Multimeter. And let's plug this in on this side. Now, this was a patch cable between two of the, I bought, I think, 8 or 10 of them in a box, and they're really handy for checking outputs on pickups. So let's get here, hook up for ground. And besides, it's awful hard to hook those things onto one of those instrument cable ends. Okay, now it's not showing up nothing right now, and there's a reason behind that. This doesn't have a toggle switch at all. This guitar doesn't. By the way, I'm sorry for the glare right there. It's this new light that I've got going on to help me see better. There's no toggle switch in between front and back, or toggle switch on these pickups. The volume knobs are off, on, and then volume all the way up. So our bridge pickup is going to be, it's one volume neck, one volume bridge, and then one tone for both. The bridge pickup we'll call that 1205, which not too bad, seen them worse. And we turn that one all the way down. And our neck pickup comes in at 830. So that's what we're dealing with pickup wise on the 7-string side. Which is not too bad at all. I've definitely seen more neck pickups lower than that, but I've seen bridge pickups higher than that too. So, but 12 is a good, comfortable area. I like them around 13. One of my guitars actually has a 15.98 bridge, and just hot as I don't know what, but boy, I'm telling you, it's good for the gain. It really cranks out the gain. Now this will be for the bass side, and which I'm sure a lot of you guitarists out there probably don't care nothing about this bass side, but you can see those are passive bass pickups. There's no battery to them at all. So that takes care of that. But I always like to know what I'm working with, especially when it comes to pickups, pups as everybody calls them. I'm not very electronical savvy, I guess is what you would say. I do enough to get me by. I know how to solder, I know how to replace parts and stuff like that, but I do know what good pickups sound like and bad pickups sound like. And this guitar, this 7-string, is just an absolute monster with those 12K, that 12K bridge pickup. That 7-string low end, that thing it's just remarkable. And the beauty of it is that when I run the bridge and I'm doing clean tone, if I want a little bit more mellower sound, I can just dial up the neck just a quarter to a half or something like that. It gives me a deep, darker, richer tone. Neck wise, we're looking at a slim D. I guess it would have to be because it is 2 necks, and you got to get your hand in between them. We're looking at copper nickel frets. I think I said something about that last time. I had to do a little bit of polish on those. I did, however, put string trees on up here. Why they don't do that, I don't know, but to help with these strings right here in the middle, because they're so long on the headstock, and I've got some ordered for the bass side. We're looking at, let's see. Break out my trusty calipers, that way somebody won't come in and, hey, why didn't you tell us how wide the nut was, and da 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 da, you know, and all this stuff. And You can't make everybody happy. I'm already getting those commenters that are already using timestamps in the comment. You know those people. Oh, at 1.21 crappy tone, at 1.56 could have used EQ, could have done this and that. I'm not about all that. There's a 48 millimeter nut wide up here, and we're looking at the bass. Now this is a wider neck, not as wide as some 7 strings that I have seen, but it is a wider neck. And down here we're looking at 68.05 millimeter down here at the base. So she's a beefy girl. So I think I've got everything out of the way on that department. I'm sure if there's anything you guys need to know about this. Now, I have not took the electronics off. I'm scared to death too. I'm sorry, but I've not took those off yet because I'm just scared to death that something, right now they're working perfectly, and I don't want, if it ain't broke, then don't fix it. And here is the bass side. This is the side we're going to be looking at today. Now, I've done nothing to this side. I've not adjusted. What you heard at the beginning of this video was these strings, these round wounds. This has not been intonated. These pickups have not been adjusted on height. Nothing has been done to this side at all. I have left it like it is, and I've just plucked away at that little intro just to see how it sounded then, and then maybe we'll do a little bit more here in a minute. I hate to make him suffer through it because, like I said, I'm not that much of a bass player, but you know, I do what I got to do. I love the bass. Don't get me wrong. I always said bass was for people that didn't know how to play guitar until I tried to play one. And then I'm telling you, there's a lot of people in this world I need to apologize to. I mean, it's ridiculous. This bass is a different kind of monster, and I didn't know I'd love it as much as I did. But still got a lot to learn on it. So I'm going to set you up on a time lapse. I'm not going to make you suffer through all of this that's going on and everything. I want to get you some good lighting, and I am going to take these strings off. I'm going to save these strings for backups in case or whatever, which I doubt I'll ever need them. And we are going to take these strings off. We're going to clean this thing up good. We're going to clean and condition the fretboard, and then we are going to put some new strings on, intonate, and the good thing about this bridge is the strings feed in from the back, so we're good to go on there. So you guys just hang out for a little bit, and I will get this thing. One thing I'd forgotten to mention was my good buddy Brant over at Tone Yeager on YouTube had asked me in the comments section that how much this guitar weighed, and I had commented back and told him it was exactly 11 pounds, and that's a pretty heavy guitar. I'd say you'd have to have a wide cushion strap for that. But anyway, run into a few little problems. I'll talk to you about that here in a minute when we come back from the time lapse. But I just want to thank Brant over at Tone Yeager for the comment, and I'm glad that he's enjoying this series, and I hope that you guys are too. Well, there you have it. We have change the strings, put some flat wound on it, set it up to the best of my ability. But the problem with this is that these are supposed to be a light gauge string, but that B string is awful big. Not that it's going to matter none, but I did have to take the bridge off of this side too, but at least this one was easier. You didn't have to, take all the saddles out. But the hole for the B string was too small. I couldn't get it to go all the way through. But we fixed that with a Dremel somewhat, and we've got it intonated. Now I do have string trees ordered up here. I just do not care about the strings riding that high. I did have a problem with the A string trying to fall out of the nut, and I did have to file the nut sides on the B just a little to get it to go down in there. But all in all, I think that it turned out okay. These feel so much better to run your fingers across. These flat wounds do. I think I'm going to like them. And the 7-string, sorry, I can't talk. The 7-string side is good to go. I got all of this adjusted as far as the neck and all of that stuff the last video, and then I've done some work past that because when I put these little bit of thicker strings on this side, it caused a bit of relief in the neck, so I had to re-level the neck, and that straightened out the action pretty good. This thing is a chug machine, and now that I have it set up, I think part 3 I'm going to go through some tones on both sides, maybe try a little looping, I'm not sure, different kinds of pedals, so on and so forth. And then on the 4th, I'm just going to do a full out demo, looping demo, and let you guys check that out if there is a part 4. My videos run a little long for that. I do apologize. But I do love to talk about music. It has been a savior of my sanity quite a few times growing up, going through life and everything. And and by the way, I've got a new mic. My other mic on the last video I noticed wasn't even working, and I had it plugged in and going and everything, but I don't know what the deal was, but that's what you get for buying cheap. So I got one of these dudes, little fuzzy rabbit tail on it, and I think it's doing okay. I've reviewed one or two clips, and I think it does all right. So I hope that you can hear well when I'm talking to you guys. I have messed with the volume in this video, so some clip may be up, some may be down. I don't know, but I'm getting to where when I turn it on, I'm just not going to even touch it. So anyway, real quick, I think that I am going to go back through and do a little bass thing with these strings, see how they do. These are intonated, and I think the action is okay. It probably could be a little bit lower, but I don't want no string buzz. So, but anyway, thank you guys. I really appreciate it. You guys coming in and sitting through these videos, especially with this amazing guitar. It still baffles my mind, double neck guitar front and back like that. If you haven't, go to Facebook. If you are a musician, even if you're not, join the Free Guitars group. It's Free Guitars. That's it. And on the profile picture, you'll see the inventor of this guitar actually holding a double neck guitar just like this style. Join that group. There's quite a few people on there that's won these guitars, and they do amazing things with them. I'm hardly the person to tell you, that I love them, because I do love them, but I've not. I'm still new to it. I've only had it about a week, and it's just an amazing instrument. I really do like it. Anyway, hang around for a couple of minutes, and then we will do another little short demo. I'll run the interface in and let you hear it through the interface and see if you can tell much of a difference. And I'll do like a little backing track. So thank you guys. Inspire, yet be inspired. And always, always see yourself out when the door closes. Gotcha.